A mother and father now have to bury their 28-year-old son. The parents say someone shot and killed Delmario Benton when he was trying to sell an iPhone.
You're welcome. All you guys, I told you, never, ever. I don't care if it's Facebook Marketplace. I don't care if it's Craigslist, Let Go app. A few years ago, I did a video, maybe 3-4 years ago, I did a video on one of my channels. And we just chronicled, I found as many stories of people being robbed and killed while selling things on apps, meeting up with people and selling things. And it was startling, man. That video has since been, it wasn't friendly. They didn't like it. So that video is no longer around. But everyone was a person of the sun. Every single one. Everyone. And they were teens and young guys throwing their lives in the dumpster over PlayStation controller, a dirt bike. Because you're on the app, you're communicating with the person. There's a paper trail. They just don't get it. But never, ever, under any circumstances, sell anything to anybody, any person of the sun, off of a Let Go app, off of an app. Because fool's gold. You'll sell some stuff and it'll go good, and you'll think that's fool's gold. Eventually, you'll be robbed and murdered. Listen, man, when I say I've done a lot of stories on that, other than the video I was telling you about, I'm telling you, man, it ain't worth it. Whatever $30 you gonna get for that controller, or whatever $150 you think you was gonna get for some, they'll kill you and do the rest of their lives in jail, do 20 years in jail for that. You're dealing with people that will do 20 years in jail for that. 25 years in jail for that. You can't compete with that. It's a mismatch. You can't compete with somebody who'll do 25 years in jail over a video game console, over a dirt bike. You can't compete with somebody who'll do a life sentence over a laptop. You can't compete with them. It's a mismatch. Over an iPhone. Someone will spend 25 years in prison over an iPhone. So why play that game with them? Why even get in the arena?
The parents say someone shot and killed Delmario Benton when he was trying to sell an iPhone. Police have not made any arrests.
Investigators and family members have now urged the person who pulled the trigger to turn themselves in. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has details for us tonight.
Delmario Benton's family says today will be tough. They are burying their son, who is gone too soon. Meanwhile, Forest Park police are searching for a killer.
Very difficult, because this is not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to bury us, not we bury them.
The parents of 28-year-old Delmario Benton have the painful task of burying their youngest son after Forest Park police say someone shot and killed him at Brackenridge Apartments on Old Dixie Highway. The family hosted a candlelight vigil Monday night at the complex where the 28-year-old was shot and killed. His parents say he was meeting someone there he trusted to sell a cell phone.
The person who killed him is looking out the window. Probably was like, oh shit, they about to have that vigil, man. I'm about to get low, man. I'm gone, man. I'll be back, y'all, after they had that vigil, man. The person who did that living their best life with no cares in the world. Look at all these people, man. Shit, this stuff be terrible, Jack.
The family hosted a candlelight vigil Monday night at the complex where the 28-year-old was shot and killed. His parents say he was meeting someone there he trusted to sell a cell phone.
He was selling iPhones. And you know how these kids, they're so crazy about iPhones. It was very senseless. Apparently, he trusted you guys for you to be in his car. It was around 10 a.m. that morning, and, didn't care who was around, and we want justice for him.
Forest Park police say after the deadly shots were fired, 2 people ran from the scene. On Tuesday, they released this photo of a person of interest who they want to come forward.
I told you. In jail. Because contrary to common belief, it's very rare to be killed by police. Most common interaction with these criminals is they're handcuffed and taken down to the station. In jail, in prison, because this prison where this guy going if he's the one who did it. There's a bunch of dudes in there over dirt bikes, PlayStation controllers, Jordans, spending their good years. But this kid's 20. He'll come home when he's 45 if he did it. Come home when he's 42, maybe. Over an iPhone. Maybe somebody like Kim Kardashian will come along and be like, we have some magical evidence that nobody ever saw before that proves that he didn't do it. We will release him back to the black community. He can't come live in Calabasas with me.
On Tuesday, they released this photo of a person of interest who they want to come forward. Meantime, this close-knit family is grieving the loss of a devoted son and uncle.
And he was so loving. We had a wonderful relationship, all his family. We used to talk to him every day.
Del Mario's parents have a message for the person who pulled the trigger.
Turn yourself in. We don't want another mother and father going through what we're going through.
Mr. and Mrs. Benton are offering a reward. They ask if anybody has any information. Please give Forest Park Police a call. In Atlanta, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
And I'm Stacey Scheibel. This is News Channel 8 at 4. A swing set in a public park became part of a homicide investigation in Polk County overnight.
Yeah, the sheriff called it a massacre, and it happened where children played. 8 Underside's Polk County reporter Stacey DeSilva joins us now live from Gordon Heights Park in Bartow, where a teenager was killed. Stacey.
Josh and Stacey, this is typically a very peaceful neighborhood, but check this out. We have a broken fence and tire tracks. This was all part of the crime scene overnight here at this park. This all has people in the area pretty scared. One man says now is the time to start looking out for each other. Bartow's Gordon Heights neighborhood is quiet. Neighbors spend time together, do lawn work. Now they're on alert.
It's going to make us have to step up a little bit more. Well, that's serious right there.
This man named Daryl tells 8 on Your Side he will keep a closer eye on who comes in and out of this neighborhood after a brutal murder at the playground.
That's something that I don't think we've had anything like that in this neighborhood probably over about the last 40 years or something like that.
They just ruin everything. They ruin everything. Salute to this brother, man. He said he's going to look out for the neighborhood. I don't know how that's going to work out. Hopefully we're not doing a video about this brother. This brother, I would let the police do their job. And if you're going to do it, shoot first, ask questions later. Be like Zimmerman. Shoot first, ask questions later. Don't talk trash to nobody or tell somebody they gotta leave and just think it's gonna be over. Let's all, man, wish this brother the best, man. Wish you the best, brother.
I don't think we've had anything like that in this neighborhood probably over about the last 40 years or something like that.
Sheriff Grady Judd says 17-year-old Tiger Taguri of Bartow was shot and killed by a group of young men Monday night.
If I could have spoken to this kid, I would have told him, you about to do what? Oh, yeah, you about to go meet some... Oh, nah, don't do it. Tell him something came up. They'll find it somewhere. Tell them something came up. This ain't... I sold weed, you guys know. I sold weed in the hood, in college, in school, everywhere I was at for 20 years. That was my hustle. I mean, I worked, I had jobs, but whenever, I needed to, and my little runs, I had some runs. And I know about the weed game. Okay? Standing on the corner selling weed in a weed house, selling weed in a weed house, working off your pager or your cell phone, meeting people. I know the whole game. Little guys like this, they see a guy like Tiger right here, this guy. It's like literally they're the tigers and you're the baby antelope. They just see you as food, man. He never had a chance. He was just so gullible, so naive to think that he could operate with something valuable in that world with these guys. He would have had to been a real deal savage in order to operate in that world with them guys. Or he would have had to move a certain way. But just his look, I know they probably been plotting on him for the longest. They probably was buying eighths from him or something and just like, yeah, we need an ounce or we need a pound now. It's like, yeah. Got one. If I could have talked to this kid before and I knew what he was going to do, I would have told him, nah, man, do not do that.
Sheriff Grady Judd says 17-year-old Tiger Taguri of Bartow was shot and killed by a group of young men Monday night. He came to this park to sell some marijuana, and as the sheriff tells it, he was ambushed.
You could hear Tiger saying, no, bro, no, and the gunshots started. There were multiple gunshots.
Taguri died. A female passenger was not hurt. So now the sheriff's office is looking for tips to get the people who did this behind bars. Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. Josh.
What a scenario. Stacey, now the victim here thought he was showing up to a drug deal, so are they saying if this is gang-related or not?
The sheriff's office is saying there's no evidence yet that this is gang-related, but I'm sure we will learn more details about that if and when these suspects are caught. We want the motive, right, Josh?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamison Euler.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thank you for joining us. We're not naming the suspects in this case because of their age and because they have not been charged as adults. Also because we wanted to focus tonight on the victim, 17-year-old Tiger Taguri.
New at 11, ABC Action News reporter Ryan Smith shows us the emotional gathering honoring the teen and his family's push for justice.
Hundreds out here showing their support, a tribute for Tiger. The Polk County teen gunned down on Monday, authorities describing it all as an ambush. His father tells me he wants to see the two teenagers already arrested, charged as adults. A sea of red, Tiger's favorite color, spans this Polk County park.
It shows me a lot of people cared.
Tears and hugs, family and friends comforting each other the best they can.
This many people showing up, everybody here showing their love for him, it goes a long way showing who he really was, and he didn't deserve that.
Now, I know a lot of people have said, well, he was selling weed. Well, whoa. Weed has been decriminalized nationwide. And if in places it's not decriminalized, the officers are still not, like, pressing the issue on it. Marijuana is a plant, right? This kid was selling some weed, man. Look at it how you would look at it if the cops busted some son teens over some weed. That's just weed, man. All these killers out here and they messing with people on weed. Kid was just selling some weed. I don't think he was doing anything necessarily bad. Now, when I was selling weed, I knew that, I went to jail for selling weed. But these kids, the little bit they selling, they not going to, go to jail for that. Major narcotics division kicked in my door. These kids, it's a different game. Things have changed over the years with weed. The way we see weed. I don't think that this kid was doing anything that caused him to deserve to be just murdered and some fools run off with like a half ounce. And that just be it. Like his life just gone. I don't believe that kid deserved that.
And he didn't deserve that, what happened at all.
Muhammad Tajuri lost his son 2 nights ago. Detectives say the 17-year-old was shot to death at a park in Bartow.
I hope that memory, that nightmare, that what they saw, what they did, I hope they remember that forever.
Although difficult, Tiger's parents want to share his story, making a public plea for justice.
Because you took something from us that we can't get back.
Polk deputies arrested 2 cousins this week, just 16 years old, charging them as juveniles with first-degree murder.
Charges minor. So you know what's going to happen now. You know what this means. You know what that means. 16. They'll definitely be out by 21, maybe earlier. Man, if you kill a white person, it happens all the time. They set this boy up and murdered him, and he'll be out at the most in 5 years. Hardened gangbangers, hardened criminals. Indoctrinated with critical race theory inside of prison. Because they're teaching critical race theory in these prison classes now. Indoctrinated with the fact that it wasn't their fault. That it was everybody else's fault. That they set this boy up and killed him. And had the gun on them when the police came and arrested them. It's everybody else's fault. They've been indoctrinated with that. They're going to come out and they're going to be hell on the community. Get in the comment section, man. Hit the like button. Peace. I'm out.
I think that they should be charged as adults. Obviously, you commit a crime like that without compassion. I think you deserve any kind of punishment that they can give you.
Wednesday, balloons released to the sky, honoring Tiger's short but impactful life.
I know he's smiling. I know he knows he's got everybody he loved together, and that's probably all he would ever want.
Tiger's parents tell me funeral services for their son will start 10 a.m. on Monday at Victory Church in North Lakeland.